Listen closely for a moment. That silence you just heard was not an accident, not a glitch. Instead, it's the topic of today's episode. I hope you'll stick around. I'm Jared Ritchie, and today is Friday, January 23rd, 2026, and you're listening to the Friday 5 series from Musically Speaking. We often think of silence as the absence of sound, but in music, we find it otherwise the case, because silence is not empty. Rather, it's active. It shapes meaning, and rests in music can help define phrases. Cadences depend on silence. Without silence, sound becomes just noise. And you could even say that sound needs silence the way words need spaces. You see, good music does not just train us to listen to sound, it trains us to listen to what follows sound. Think about the pause before a choir enters, the breath before a hymn begins, the silence after an amen. Letting the piece breathe in the choral profession is often very, very needed. Let the silence bookend the sound. Because silence is doing real work. Often we have so little silence, we don't consider these things. One of the real reasons silence feels uncomfortable today is because we just don't hear it in abundance. There's so little of it. There is almost always something playing. Someone is talking. Someone is filling the space. We move quickly from one sound to the next without really allowing anything to settle. But music reminds us that meaning needs room. Silence also gives weight to words. A phrase lands differently when it is allowed to ring and then fall quiet. You see, without silence, even beautiful music can feel rushed or thin. Silence is what lets meaning arrive. This is especially true in communal settings. You see, silence together before singing, silence together after a final chord, silence shared rather than avoided. That kind of silence does not isolate us, it gathers us. It teaches us patience. It teaches attention. It carves out and defines, by contrast, the sounds. It helps us to wait. In that sense, silence is not really opposed to music. It's one of the most important partners. So, this week, notice the silences. Take some time and pause. Let silence come. I find sometimes it's the best time to think. It's also the best time to just pause and meditate. It's very hard to do. And you might even need the assistance of technology to help you get there. Noise canceling headphones sometimes. I sometimes will do some of my best thinking and writing and researching when I let silence come in through noise canceling and I don't even play anything. There's just so much distraction, so much noise that it finds you distracted easily, at least if you're like me. But maybe you'll find it to be different. But either way, this week, as you think about silence, give yourself a chance to think. Think about how silence helps contrast the music. Think about how it provides a rise and a fall, an ebb and a flow, if you will. How sound needs the contrasting opposite of silence. And as the hymn critic, or rather the music critic, he's by no means a hymn critic, Alex Ross once wrote in his book title, "The Rest is Noise," in more ways than one. Well, thanks for listening. As always, until next time, take care.